This is Brian Adams from Bishop Montgomery High School talking about cyberbullying. There are many negative effects and often overlooked consequences of both bullying and cyberbullying. Bullying really affects everyone, those who are bullied, those who bully, and those who witness the bullying. Bullying and cyberbullying are both linked to many negative outcomes, including impacts on mental health, substance abuse, and suicide. And it's really important to talk to students about this topic, its impacts, and what to do when it takes place. Kids who are bullied experience many negative physical, school, and mental health issues. Kids that are bullied are much more likely to experience depression and anxiety, increased feelings of sadness or loneliness, changes in their sleep or eating patterns, loss of interest in activities they used to enjoy. And one thing that's often overlooked is that many of these issues may persist into adulthood. People that are bullied or cyberbullied often also have health complaints or decreased academic achievement. And another consideration is that a very small number of bullied children actually might retaliate through extremely violent measures. In 12 of the 15 school shooting cases in the 90s, the shooters had a history of being bullied. To the teen suicide rates is also a major concern. There is no direct correlation currently through any studies with cyberbullying or bullying and teen suicide rates. But here we have Ella Townbridge on the left. She was a 16-year-old girl from the county of Tyrone, and she took her life just recently this past April after being targeted by cyberbullies since she was 11 years old. On the right is Alit Howie. Her bullying started in 2012, and she was the victim of several anonymous posts on public Facebook pages. It's really unclear how much of a role social media plays in suicides, but a study from earlier this year tied social media use with increased anxiety in young adults. Experts point out that the overall number of teens who take their own lives is still quite low, and that while the number of girls who have killed themselves has spiked in recent years, male teens still have a much more predominant suicide rate. They also say that smartphones alone aren't solely responsible for suicidal thoughts. Dr. Thomas Simon from the CDC says the increases in suicide rates are unlikely to be due to any single factor. And he talks about substance abuse history, legal problems, or other exposure to a person's suicidal behavior all raise the risk of suicide. So, what exactly is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying basically is online cruelty. It's whenever somebody uses digital media tools such as the internet or cell phones to deliberately upset or harass somebody. This often happens repeatedly. Spreading rumors and bullying is really nothing new to kids, but online tools really can magnify the hurt, the humiliation, the social drama in a very public way. Cyberbullying can take a variety of rumors or posting of cruel comments online. It can take many different forms. Uh, One thing it does is it really removes the feeling of being anonymous from the target um, in their online environment. And it can encourage kids that normally want to say anything mean face to face to act irresponsibly or unethically. And these effects of cyberbullying range from low self esteem to depression to thoughts of violence or suicide. So it's really important for kids, teachers, and students to learn how to prevent cyberbullying and stop it. So, what can you do about cyberbullying? First of all, there's a couple of types of cyberbullying that I'd like to cover. There are many different forms, and this is definitely not a definitive list, but these are some of the main ways that people cyberbullying. Flaming is basically online fights. It's in public or private messages, and it's those messages are set to make fun of someone. There's exclusion, which is just intentionally leaving somebody out of a group. There's outing or doxing. Doxing is sharing secrets about somebody, like their address or their telephone number, their private information, videos, or pictures. There's catfishing or impersonation, which is just pretending to be somebody else online when you're posting messages. And there's cyber stalking, which is continually harassing somebody with threats or physical harm, something along those lines. So if you're being bullied, what can you do? There are many strategies to consider, but I think the most important one is to respect yourself. You got to remember that your peers, your friends, your family, that you deserve for them to treat you respectfully. Another major consideration is don't retaliate. You don't want to try to beat a troll at their own game. Hopefully, they're going to get bored and move past whatever it is that they're doing. But if it is something that is continual, or even the first time, grab some evidence, grab a screenshot, take a picture, print the screen, whatever it might be. If you need it in the future, it pays to have evidence of what has transpired. You can easily block people if it's a continuing harassment situation. Um, just get them out of your life, cut it, block them right away. Find some friends, find some people that you can talk to. This is really important. If you're being continually harassed, you need to express these feelings to people. Find a trusted adult, find a friend, find a counselor, a teacher, a coach, whoever it might be. Talk to somebody, let them know how this is impacting your life. And it's really important to bring an adult involved, bring an adult in if this is continual harassment. Like I said, find a trusted adult and don't try to overcome this alone. A lot of folks have been there and they know what it feels like to be bullied. They'll be very empathetic or sympathetic to your situation. So if you're witnessing any bullying, there's a few different things that you can do as well. Don't just be a bystander. Let an adult know, stand up for the person, report the incident, and let the target know that you're there for them. Talk to the target, let them know that you feel this is wrong, and help them find an adult to de escalate the situation. Be an upstander is, if you feel comfortable enough in that forum, in those messages, wherever it might be that this bullying is taking place, tell the offender to stop, to express your feelings that this is wrong, this is hateful, that this is not appropriate behavior, and tell a trusted adult what you saw. Take some evidence, maybe. And finally, kindness prevails overall. Find some other people who care. Highlight the cause. Celebrate those that do acts of kindness to others. So hopefully we've learned a little bit about cyberbullying. And with this knowledge, we can start to decrease the incidences of hate in our online communities.